Hi Jacob, this is Coach Mark from ABC Baseball Camps. I'm here to do your video evaluation on your hitting. So let's get started. Okay, so let's talk about your setup a little bit. Okay, so things I really like in your setup, Jacob, are your feet. Everything starts right here, buddy. Having those feet parallel, okay? Nice wide stance, a little bit farther than shoulder width apart, so you're good there. I like that. So let's move up your body a little bit and see what your hands do here. I like where your bat is right now. Okay, I can't tell because your batting gloves if your grip's the way we like it, which is in your fingertips, where you line up your little knuckle to your little knuckle. That's really important, and I should be able to tell by where you are at contact whether that's how you have them lined up or not. So let's go ahead and go through a little bit of your swing here. Okay. Let's go click by click now and kind of watch some things. So the first thing I noticed, Jacob, is I want you to watch your front foot here, buddy. See how it's opening up? Okay. Right now, as that foot lands, buddy, it should look just like your back foot. Okay. You need to fight the urge to let that foot open up like that. When that foot opens up like that, it's going to open up your front hip, and that's no good. We don't want that hip opening up anytime prematurely, early at all, okay? Okay, so let's take a look at your swing plane. Okay, I've got not too many issues there. I really like your what you're doing with your lower half here. That's really good. That's a good look. Okay, where you are at contact. Okay, so your left arm straight. You got that elbow kind of driven in. Maybe the pitch is inside. I don't know. It's hard to tell. You kind of got that elbow underneath your body a little bit there. I want to make sure that it's got a good angle to it, though. I mean, it's got that's good. We like that. Okay, from an extension standpoint, not too bad. I like your finish, nice and high. That's good. Okay. Let's go through another swing. Okay, let's get you back to contact again. Okay, so Jacob, the only thing that concerns me a little bit about your swing is just how far you're rotating off the baseball. Okay, I want to show you where I want you to be at contact with your upper body, with where your belt buckle is facing. You should be hitting the baseball right there. Okay, I want that belt buckle on your pants facing the second baseman at contact. I don't want it facing the shortstop, or excuse me, the pitcher at contact, which where you're at. When we have guys that do this, Jacob, you have about two areas you can hit a baseball: middle in and middle. That's about it. Anything on the outer half is going to be very, very difficult for you to get on, get on plane with, because of how far you're rotating off the baseball. It's hard to think that you're going to hit a ball with your hips that way they are right now, the opposite field, with very much, with any kind of juice at all. Okay? What we need to do is try to get you on plane a little bit longer. So as soon as you make contact just now, your wrist roll over. Okay, so that's going to rob you a little bit of some extension, and for every inch of extension you get, you're going to add about 30 feet of ball flight, or about 10 feet of ball flight. So you're talking about 3 or 4 inches could be 30 or 40 feet. Difference from a ball being caught by an outfielder, one going in the gap, or maybe over somebody's head. Okay. So let's talk about a drill we can do to help with that extension a little bit. Whoopsie. Okay, is that we put a tee out here, kind of about a foot to 16 inches out in front of home plate. Okay, that's a lousy ball, but bear with me. You know what I'm talking about. Okay, and so normally when you have a tee that far out in front of home plate, you know you're going to be, that ball's going to go to left field. But if you try to force yourself to hit the ball up the middle, that'll help you keep on playing longer throughout your swing. And then if you can do it from there, then move it up a little bit farther. Keep going till you can't get the ball to center field anymore. Okay, and that'll help give you a feel for what it's like to stay on plane after contact. When you come off plane that quick, you know, a lot of times the ball's going to follow where your hands go. And make no doubt about it, Jacob, we want the ball to go to center field, man. We want a ball. If we're a little early, then it goes to left center. If we're a little late with our contact, then we go to right center. But we want that ball going towards center field, and our hands have to go that way at the same time. Okay, again, I have no problem with your finish. That's pretty good. As far as your rotation issues, when you get your hitting eval, we have one more swing in here? Nope. Let's go back a little bit here. When you get your hitting eval, there's going to be a couple links to YouTube with a couple drills for you. One is called dead legs, and one is called split. Those two drills will help you get a feel for what we're looking for from the standpoint of being squared home plate. So if there's a home plate there for you, this is where we need to try to keep that belt buckle right where it's at and use our hands to hit with. Don't let your shoulders control your swing. Have your hands control your swing. Okay? And you want to make contact right about there with your chest right there. Okay? I think your swing plane's pretty good. You come down at a downward angle, which is great. But we just got to get you away from that rotation. And then when you take that stride, just make sure that foot doesn't open up when you stride, okay? That it comes down just like the back foot. Remember, to gain power, Jacob, to hit the ball harder and farther, we have to create resistance between our backside and our front side. And when you let that foot open up, that eliminates some of that resistance that you can gain. Okay, it's all about being able to push that knee down. You do a pretty good job with it, but you got to push it down against something. And then one thing I'm not a fan of is guys that lock out their front leg. See, your leg, when you make contact, your leg should be bent just like it is right now. Your back leg and your front leg. But you go here, the farther you go, then you push back a little bit. I think kids that do that have a tendency not to get their weight transferred all the way and not get all they can out of their swing. So, okay, buddy, look for those links for the two drills. Have a great spring and summer, and we look forward to seeing you at the next ABC baseball camp.